Again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. And I have a 16-inch round canvas stretched, some plastic beach sand shovels, the lid from a cottage cheese container to hold my center circle, a tool from a friend, thank you Kim. I haven't used that very often, but when I did recently, I liked it. It depends on how thick the paint is, whether I can get away with using it. It's not very deep on that side, and I don't want to make mud. So I made myself a map of the last sun I did, and I used my colored pencils to give myself the colors that I need, and I hope I can follow that. It occurs to me that I need something that I didn't get out. There we go, I got it. My white, it's iridescent pearl fine from golden is what it is actually. And so I'm just going to take my Floetrol, because I'm going to use it to swipe with eventually. I could wait until after I was done. I'm going to wind up putting it in that dish. And I don't know if I'll use my number 5 Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula that you can see among the 6 that I like on the Amazon link that's on the link tree right under the video. But if you want to go there, I won't stop you. So I've got some leftover paints from another day, and I just have to start. Wow, I've got a scoop, and I'm thinking that I'm going to use that for some black. And instead of the black I used the last time, I'm going to use some folk art gloss enamel. And I'm going to try and use my turntable to spread that puppy. And I don't know if I have enough or not. This could be a really slow process, and I might need another fill up the way it looks. It doesn't matter if it's not a perfect circle. Well, it needs to be as good a circle as you can get, but it doesn't matter if it's a little uneven, I don't think. I'm just sort of trying to stay equidistant. And I could just add it in a single strand ribbon from the squeeze bottle, but it wouldn't be as much or as wide. Although it's looking like I really could have filled that all the way up. I just thought it would be a lot too much. And it looks like I'm going to be using some more, so I'm just going to take whatever's in there and drain some of it right around. And then find myself my dish, which I put right here from yesterday. Oh, and I kept this overnight, and look how runny that is. That's great. I'm really happy with that. I'm not sure I can get all my paint to come out of my little scoop and keep that paint from glopping up, but I'll give it a shot. So, where'd my map go? I want to put some orange and some pink. And it takes a good long time to get through all the colors you need. And I'm going to use my Hot Orchid. That was a Hobby Lobby brand, Modern Masters. And this is the Hot Orchid from Color Art that I am completely enamored of. And I thought I might change my colors up, but I think I just really would like to do the same thing again. If I get a chance. If I succeed, that would be awesome. So black and back to pink again. And I'm going to use some of the pink that I've got right here, if I can get the top off. Actually, you know what? I've got another pink, and that's what I'll do. I'll use what I've got. And on to gold. And I think I'm just going to give myself permission to not try and spread a wide band right now. I might just go around twice instead of trying to add a shovel. I suspect this will be a little bit different, but not a lot. I'm sorry I'm quiet because I'm totally focused. So I went back and tried to fill in some of the gaps I missed. So what do we got? We got Venetian blue after that. If I give it a bit of a hefty squeeze as I go, I get a better coverage or a wider ribbon. The fun part's the swipe. This is not the fun part. But I am making progress. So I wanted light orange, which I used in Arteza Tangerine. I think I'm going to come back and put some blue in that gap I just left. Or something. And I wanted double orange, so that's going to be an orange from Hobby Lobby again that has iridescent pearl fine from golden mixed into it. A good hefty squeeze. There's looking like a lot of paint on here. And I want purple flash. My circles are not as round as I was hoping they would be. But I think we can pretty much deal with that when the time comes by swiping. I'm hoping I'm right. I really am. Purple flash. Okay, there's the white. The white metallic. The white pearl. As long as it's shimmery, it'll work. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way to the center, but I'm pretty close right now to what I want. So I think I'm going to just keep right on. I want some turquoise, because that really makes everything else pop. Not one of these colors alone doesn't help. I've got two turquoises. This is the Peacock from Decor Americana. Which is looking kind of weird as it comes out in a wavy ribbon. And that is a turquoise that I think I had to make up recently because they stopped selling the original color that I liked at Hobby Lobby. And that was phthalo green mixed with lake blue from Hobby Lobby. So I think part of the trick to this is making sure that you have your center empty, so you have room to pull into. And I am just going to run my fingers right around the edge, so I have no gap to fill there. Yeah, and it's a lot wider right there than anywhere else. I'm hoping my head is not in the camera. And I'm hoping paint flows to paint, so I'm hoping that that's going to fill in, but I think I'm going to give myself a little bit more in a couple of places. Namely this one, especially this one. Alright, so I see that hair and it went right into the paint. No idea what that's from. And I have a little tiny swipe card, and I'm going to try. Oh boy, here goes nothing. You know what? I better pay attention. I need my Floetrol, and I'm going to use that dipped right like that. And I want to make sure that I have my little scrape dish. There we go. I also want to make sure that I use the paint that I've got after, whoops, after I get it out of the way, to touch the edges, because the edges have pleats on these round canvases. Ooh, that's nice. I see cells right there right now. I had to reconfigure my room so that the sun wouldn't be lightening up part of my table all the time. So I'm going to try, what am I going to try? I'm going to try and keep going without ruining the continuity. And just wipe that off the edge. And I figure if I keep doing that as I go around, I'll at least get some of it covered, and some of it will be interesting. I'm going to wipe the rest off on my low leafy silicone mat. Oh, that's great. Wow. So that's, I'm dripping all over the place. So I'm not putting any pressure on the card this time. And I want to remember to keep using my residuals. I kind of wanted to not overdose it with basting brush marks and spatula marks. We'll see how it looks. Maybe it's going to be completely different. That would be kind of cool. Alright, make sure I go back. Keep right on using those residuals up. Bring them right up to the edge of that pink. So I'm really, really, really liking the no pressure on the swipe card. The cells are amazing. But it's not keeping me from wanting to do more at all because I really like the way it looks. So I'm just going to keep going. Especially since I got places to fill in. And I am actually remembering. I keep thinking I'm forgetting, but I'm remembering to put the excess paint on the edges. Heavily laden with Floetrol. I wonder what that's going to look like. You might get cells, but I'm not so sure about the edges. What am I going to do with that center? I wish I had already done something with it. I really, really, really like that. Alright, so now I'm going to take my skewer and use it to encourage paint to fill in a few places. And just keep, you know what, I need another one of those right there, don't I? Let's do that. And use my residuals, not including the drip. I'm going to steal that drip right back again. This might be a completely different, cleaner version of what I just did, and I'm just going to keep following my own instructions. I really did like that clean look the first time, and I sort of have it this time, and I'm very pleased about it. But I am going to use my skewer to encourage paint to fill in areas that aren't filled in. I could stick my finger in there, but I'm pretty sure that would be a slightly different effect, and I kind of like what I've got, so I'm going to attempt to keep it. I'm going to worry about my center later, but I do see that I need to worry about where'd my swipe card go. They're so invisible, I swear. They get lost very easily for me. I guess it doesn't matter really if it's very uneven, so long as it continues to make the awesome patterns that I've got and drop the residuals I like. Boy, it's really tempting just to leave that center white. Alright, I'm going to go back to pulling my colors right into the center. So there's another idea for another time. Start with a white center. You can always fix it later. Kind of feeling copper. I only have a few more of these places. I can definitely run my finger around the edge. To let the paint fill in a little bit. And I've got a dish full of paint so I can cover my edges, no problem. Maybe I want a hot pink center, but I think I've got a few minutes to tell you guys. I do sell my artwork. My email address is right below the Linktree link that's right under the video. I'm really craving a hot pink center. It won't really be a sun. Well, it won't be a conventional sun. That might be fine. And I've got some Deco Art Americana 24 karat gold with orange in it, and that might be the perfect thing to go around it. I never did use any of the golden hour. That might be perfect in there. That's from Arteza. Now, I'm thinking I should be able to pull that right back into the spikes if I'm lucky. It's worth a shot anyway. I hope I'm not making a mistake. I am going to go around. So, if you guys are looking for more videos, you can find them on my YouTube channel, playlists, all playlists, creative playlists. Yes, I am. I'm just going around and around. And I'm just going to keep dragging things in toward the center. And then I might actually go out toward the center, out toward the outside too. I got 1 minute left to tell you guys all kinds of stuff that I don't have time to tell you. So please give me a thumbs up. Look for the exhibition video on the end screens of any video for the monthly drawing. And if you want to be in the monthly drawing, all that's required is you make a donation through PayPal or Patreon, whose icons are on my YouTube channel header. And you'll automatically be entered as soon as I see an email come in. I send you confirmation. I'm loving the paint that I'm stealing from the outside going in the center. I think that's really cool, and that's going to look really neat. And every little bit fills it in just a little bit more, and that is so cool. Thank you guys for joining me. I love you guys, all of you. There's over 91,000 of you. I'm sorry I forgot to tell you most of this stuff I usually tell you, but I'm sure nobody's really lamenting that loss. Please give me a thumbs up. Look for my community board for tomorrow's video. Look under the link tree for all kinds of Facebook groups that you might enjoy, including, hey, I love you guys. That's